So 40, 41 class. So good afternoon. So morning we can continuation for that thing. Show that every group of order 3 is cyclic and every group of order 4 is abelian. Sometimes rare cases like asking this problem. Every group of order 3, only 3 elements are is there, then it is called a cyclic. Order 3 meaning it should be power 3. And similarly, every group of order 4 is called as an abelian group. So like the first case, let G comma star be a group of order 3. First of all, I can take it as only 3 elements are there in that group. So any group have the identity element is there conformly. So that's why one of the element is E. Conformed one element is E. So therefore remaining element A and B I can choose. Totally 3 elements. Out of 3, one is identity element E. Another one is A and B. So it must have two distinct elements A and B apart. So conformly A and B are distinct elements, not same. If it is the same element, then it is a set is called a two element set IO. So it is a distinct element from the identity element E. Under the closure property, A star B belongs to G. G is closed under star. So that's why A star B always belongs to G. A star B belongs to G. Now, total of 3 elements E, A and B. When you can multiply with the identity, you can get the same element. So A star B cannot be A star B if equal to either A or B. Only the possible either A or B or E. Out of 3, one of the element is there. And since order of G is only 3 elements, product should be the same set should be is there. So A star B either A or B or E. If A star B equal to A, then A star B equal to A star E. Because identity element is there. So B equal to E. So by left cancellation, we can write B equal to E. Therefore, if A star B equal to B, if we can take it as the same one, you can write for right cancellation, can get the term A equal to E will come. So upon what we can conclude that things, but A and B are not equal to E, but A star B equal to E. The only possible A star B equal to E. Therefore, one is the inverse of the other one. One of the term is the product of 2 element is identity, then one of the element must be inverse of the other element. Either A is the inverse of B or B is the inverse of A. So again by closure property in G, A square equal to A star A belongs to G. A square equal to A or A square equal to B or A square equal to A. These are the 3 possible. Product of distinct element I can choose for closure property. Next I can apply the closure property for same element twice. A star A, that is a square element, I can check it. If A square equal to A, then A star A equal to A star E equal to A equal to E. Again by left cancellation law. If A square equal to E, then A star A equal to A star B, again by right cancellation law, you can apply for here. Okay. Also, which is a contradiction A equal to B. So only possible, suppose you can take A square equal to B, only possible, because A square equal to E is not possible. It's only possible both A square A is not possible, A square E also not possible. Only possible A square equal to B. So also A cube equal to A star A square A star E. Already by our first equation number 1, A star B is E. So A cube equal to E. Therefore, all the element of in the set G, A is a generator, A square is B, A cube is E. So we can conclude that A is the generator of the given group. A is the generator of the given group. That is suppose a generator of A, that is a symbol less than A greater than, is a cyclic group with the generator A. So we can conclude the result is a cyclic group generator A will come. Second case. First one, any order of 3 element is a cyclic, we can show that. Next, we need to prove that order of 4 element group is a abelian group, we want to show that. Let G equal to the same like that, E, A, B, and C. Order of G is 4 element. E is the identity element. To prove G is abelian, that is to prove A star B equal to B star A, we want to show that A star B equal to B star A. So for all A comma B belongs to G, I can choose. By closure law, either A square equal to B square equal to C square equal to E or at least one of A square, B square and C square not equal to E. Either all the elements are equal to E or one of the element not equal to E. These are the two possible cases because A star B equal to B star A. I want to show that. Case 1, suppose the first case, A square, B square, C square, all are equal to E. Then I like to draw the composition, that is a Cayley's table, composition table for G. So then by the composition table of G, the element in the first row and first are the fixed by the property. That is a E is the identity, that's why I can multiply. E and then next A star A equal to E, A star B equal to C, A star C equal to B. That is our alternative combinations. B star A equal to C, B star B equal to E, and B star C equal to A. Similarly for C star A is B, C star B is A, C star C is A. Because we can take it as A square, B square, C square is equal to E. So then the composition mapping, we can conclude the result for here. Clearly for here is abelian. And transpose panninga answer is the same. So by the assumption, the element in the principal diagonal are also fixed as E. So let us now consider the element of A star B in the second row and third column. If A star B equal to A, then A star B equal to A star E. So B equal to A, which is a contradiction. So A star B not equal to A. A star B, how I can write C? A star B, how I can write C? That's why I can tell in for here. In case A star B equal to A, which is a contradiction. Suppose A star B not equal to B. Similarly, the same way of procedure, A star B not equal to A star B not equal to B. So the only possible A star B alone C. That's why I can write for here A star B equal to C. So the black color I can fix first. The black color I can return the letters, I can fix it from the table itself. Only the blue color only I can go for this way of procedure I can check. Similarly, B star C not equal to C, the only possible. B star C equal to A is the only possible. Again, for similarly, A star C equal to B, C star A. So clearly, so from the composition table G comma G star is an abelian group. This is the morning we can check. The 4-element group G comma star is called Killin's 4 group. This group is not cyclic since no element can generated by the other element of G. Case 2. This case 1 is all the squares are equal to E. Case 2, all the squares are not equal to E, I can take. All the squares, at least one of the value not equal to Z. At least suppose A square not equal to E, then A also A not equal to E. Hence A square, the only possible, A square not equal to E, meaning the only possible A square equal to either B or C. The elements of G are to be distinct. So because A square not equal to A, therefore let A square equal to B, then C equal to A. A square equal to B or C. A square equal to B, then C. A square equal to C, we can write C not equal to E or A square. So that for C equal to only possible A cube. So A cube is nothing but A square star A belongs to G. Similarly, the same way of procedure we can prove for A square equal to C, then B equal to A cube. So thus E equal to G equal to A square A cube. Obviously G comma star is abelian. Also it is cyclic with A as a generator. It is abelian and it is also a cyclic. That is the possible for here. So up to this for here. Now we move on to graph homomorphism. We move on to the graph homomorphism. How to identify the graph. I think around 113 students are present now. Just to go to the definition of homomorphism. Homomorphism. What is the definition of homomorphism? First of all, what do you mean by homomorphism? A homomorphism of group is a map which preserves the composition. In other words, it is a structure preserving map. This concept is here. So central idea which is common to all aspects of modern algebra, that is a graph homomorphism, group homomorphism. This is a group homomorphism. From last unit you can study it for graph homomorphism. So definition, let G comma star and G dash comma dot be two groups. G comma star comma G dash comma dot. Here star and dot be a two group. Yeah, mapping F is a mapping from G to G dash is called group homomorphism. If the condition for all A comma B belongs to G, for all A comma B in the domain, G is the domain, G dash is a codomain. Already we know that what is the function. Every element in the domain has an unique image in the codomain. So I can choose two elements in G. For all A comma B belongs to G, then f of A star B equal to f of A into f of B. The first one indicating for the first operation set A, and second one is the indication for the second set dot or composition, whatever that is. So this is called the homomorphism. That is the definition of homomorphism. The next one. So thus a homomorphism preserves the operations. A product is in G goes to a product in G dash. Product in the domain is equal to the product of the codomain. So just I will give the example. Just listen once again. Just 2 minutes you can go through. What is the definition? Just to go through. So that is the definition of homomorphism. Next we move on to what is the example of the homomorphism. That is an example. Consider the group R comma plus and real number R and addition and R star comma dot, where R stars is a set of all non-zero real numbers except 0. Or other than 0 போடுவோம் அது R star, that is here I can return. R star equal to, sometimes they can given or other than 0, sometimes they are giving like that way also. Or other than 0. Let F is a mapping from R to R star be defined by f of a equal to 2 to the power a for all a belongs to the real number. F of a equal to 2 to the power a. So for now I can take it as the first operation is a plus, the second operation is a dot. So f of a plus b equal to 2 power. Normally what is the input? F of x, the function input is a, the output is 2 to the power the input. But 2 power the input is a plus b. This can be written as 2 power a into 2 power b. That is a 2 power a star 2 to the power b. So that is equal to f of a star f of b. So for that, for f of a plus b equal to f of a into f of b. So homomorphism is satisfied. So this is the homomorphism. Okay, then so many examples we can give like this way. 2 power x or A square, like etc. The next one, the theorem on the homomorphism. If F is a homomorphism from a group G comma star into a group G dash comma dot, G comma star into G dash comma dot, then prove that first one, F of E equal to E dash, homomorphism of E equal to E dash, where E comma E dash are the identities of G and G dash respectively. So G odd identity E and G dash group identity E dash. So both of them equals the case one. First proof. Second one, F of A inverse equal to F of A to the whole inverse for all A belongs to G. F of A inverse equal to F of A to the whole inverse. Okay. Now we can move on to the proof. Let A belongs to G be any element. You can choose any element in the domain. I like to choose any element in the domain. A star E equal to A. F of A star E equal to F of A. In a homomorphism, I like to take it as F is a homomorphism from the group G comma dot into G dash comma dot. Clearly it is given F is a homomorphism from G to G dash, then it is satisfies all the conditions. Homomorphism condition is satisfied. So by F of A plus B equal to, then it will satisfy a homomorphism condition. F of A star meaning the first domain order operation. F of A star equal to F of A, either output codomain order operation. Actually F of A dot F of E. So the next line I can write, taking the F of function on both sides, I can take it as my F of A star equal to F of A, then F of A dot F of E equal to F of A. F of A equal to F of E equal to E dash by left cancellation law. Either by I can write the homomorphism. This is I can write the definition. By the definition of the function, F of X is equal to F of A, normally you can write. So one more easiest one. Second proof, let A belongs to G be any element. Let A belongs to G be any element. Then A star A inverse equal to A inverse star A equal to E. So by F of A star A inverse equal to F of A inverse star A equal to F of E. That we need to show that this is I can take it as taking function on both sides. So I can apply the homomorphism definition by F of A star A inverse equal to F of A dot F of A inverse F of A inverse F of A inverse dot F of A equal to E dash. Then product of two element equal to identity, then one should be inverse of the other. So F of A is the inverse of F of A inverse, or F of A inverse is the inverse of F of A. So I can take it as F of A inverse is the inverse of F of A. Therefore, I can write F of A equal to F of A the whole inverse. One more important one, just to go to them. So one set individually they can asking in 2 mark, or rare cases they can asking in 4 mark subdivision. So inform to your friends, try to join. I think I don't for OD, I think entire day or how many hours it's I don't know for that things. I will check it. Around 114 students. Now 111 students only is there. So try to inform your friends to join. Okay. We move on to the next case. Let A belongs to G be any element. A star. So that is the same things. These two things is most important. Next we move on to types of homomorphism. What are the types of homomorphism definition? Let F is a mapping from G to G dash be a homomorphism. First of all, G is a group, G dash is a group, then it is a homomorphism. That is a homomorphism nothing but the function of the input and the operation from the domain. It is equivalent to function of the element and product of or the output, the G dash operation on G dash, be a homomorphism of GUB. The case one, first one. If F is 1 to 1, you know that what do you mean by 1 to 1 function? No? What do you mean by function? Every element in the domain has an unique image in the codomain is called a is called a function. Every element in the domain G has a unique image in the codomain. Whether maybe the codomain have all the pre-images there or not. But anyway, every element in the domain has an unique image, unique image in the codomain is called a function. What do you mean by onto function and what do you mean by one-to-one function? What do you mean by onto function and what do you mean by one-to-one function? Na? Can you tell anyone? What do you mean by onto function? What do you mean by one-to-one function? When you can say it's a one-to-one function, or when you can say it is a onto function. Students, please reply. What do you mean by one-to-one function and what do you mean by onto function? Can anyone tell me? One-to-one and one-to-one. Hello? 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 No one is there, huh? Hello, students? Okay, I think no one is there. It's simply multiple to waiting for that. Okay, just see the video. So one-to-one, a distinct element has a distinct images is called a one-to-one function. Distinct element has a distinct images in the domain and codomain. Only horizontal line that is less than symbol it is not a function. Diagram if it is a less than symbol, then it is not a function. If it is a greater than symbol, then it is not a onto function. So distinct element has and distinct images is called a one-to-one function. Onto every element in the codomain, every element. Raman only is a typing, I think, one-to-one function. Each X in the domain has exactly one image in the one range. Distinct element, okay, very good. Distinct element has and distinct images is called a one-to-one function. Onto every element in the codomain has an pre-image in the domain is called a onto. It has a pre-image. It is not a unique. Every element in the codomain has a pre-image. Range on the codomain equal on the we can say it is onto. So a function, a homomorphism with one-to-one function on the monomorphism. A homomorphism with one-to-one function on that, then we can say it is a monomorphism. A homomorphism with onto function on that, then we can say it is called a epiomorphism. Homomorphism with onto function. A function is a homomorphism. If it satisfies onto, then it is called a epiomorphism. If it satisfies one-to-one, then it is called a monomorphism. So in this case, G dash is called a homomorphic image of G. G dash is called a homomorphic image of G. Homomorphic in the cases element. Monomorphism, epiomorphism, we can say it is a homomorphic image of G. Next, we move on to isomorphic image. Third one, if F is 1-to-1 and onto, that is a bijection map on the Chabina, then F is called an isomorphism. So in this case, the two groups are said to be isomorphic, and we write G is the concurrent symbol equal and approximate. So it's a isomorphic to G dash. Read as it is isomorphic to G dash. So a homomorphism with one on the monomorphism. If it is onto on the epiomorphism, both in the it is called isomorphism. These are the homomorphism. We can say the classification. Write the definition. Let G comma star be a group. A homomorphism FPC mapping from G to G dash is called an endomorphism, and isomorphism of G onto G dash is called an automorphism. So first one the homomorphism. One and we can say monomorphism. If it is a 1-to-1, it is a monomorphism. On-to it is called a epiomorphism, and both bijection and the isomorphism. Next, endomorphism. The epiomorphism is the endomorphism. Endomorphism meaning let G comma star be a group. A homomorphism F is a map from G to G is called an endomorphism. An isomorphism of G onto G dash is called an automorphism. And isomorphism of G onto G dash is called an automorphism. Okay. Definition of kernel. Kernel அப்படிங்கிறது இட்ஸ் ஐடென்டிட்டியை போய் மேப் ஆகுது. அதாவது G comma star and G dash comma dot be groups with E dash as the identity of G dash. The group G oda identity is E and G dash oda identity is E dash, like etc. Inner strength is very low. 107 only is there. 107 only is right now present. So total it will be till now present 114 something only. Okay, try to inform your friends in the WhatsApp, try to join. Okay, kernel. Let G comma star and G dash comma dot be grouped with E dash as the identity of G dash, and let F is a mapping from G to G dash be a homomorphism. The kernel of F is the set of all elements of G which are mapped onto E dash. என்னென்ன எலமெண்ட்ஸ்லாம் இந்த டொமைன்ல இருந்து ஐடென்டிட்டிக்கு போய் மேப் ஆகுதோ and is denoted by, and the collection of elements is called kernel of F. What are the elements in the domain which are mapped into the identity element in the codomain? That is the second set G dash. So the collection of the elements in the domain is called the kernel of the set. That is the definition. Which are the mapped onto E dash and is denoted by kernel KER embedded in bracket F. We can read it as kernel of F. So the kernel of F is the set of all. The symbol bracket we can read it as set of all A belongs to G such that the slash is indicating for such that F of A equal to E dash. So F of A belongs to G, F of A equal to E dash. That is for all A. F of A equal to E dash. Then the collection of element is called the kernel of the set. Collection of element is called the kernel of the set. Okay. This is the definition. But remember, endomorphism, isomorphism, automorphism. So sometimes they are asking the automorphism. G onto G dash is called an automorphism. An isomorphism of G onto G dash, 1-to-1 and 1-to-11. An isomorphism of G onto G dash is called an automorphism. G to G are in the domain, codomain same are in the, that is called endomorphism. Domain and codomain are same are in the, then we can say it is called a endomorphism. Automorphism also G onto G, I think G dash right. G onto G is called automorphism. G onto G endomorphism. In a endomorphism, if it is onto on the automorphism. In a endomorphism, if it is onto, then we can say it is a automorphism. Auto is nothing but the domain and codomain are same. And then kernel, collection of elements which are mapped to the identity in the codomain. Collection of elements which are mapped to the identity in the codomain. Cosets and Lagrange's theorem. I think tomorrow class we can see Lagrange's. Today we can see for cosets. Okay, cosets. Let H comma star be a subgroup of G comma star. Let A belongs to G be any element. Then the set A star H or A simply A H. Set of all A star H such that H belongs to capital H is called the left coset of H in G determined by A. Is called the left coset of H in G determined by A. Left coset of H in G determined by A. The set H star capital H star small a equal to HA. Normally you can write H star A such that H belongs to H is called the right coset of H in G determined by. So left coset and right coset, that we can say. Left coset, left side A is there. Right coset, right side A is there. So H star A and A star H. That is the left cosets and right cosets. Note EH, that is equal to set of all E star H such that H belongs to capital H. Now, set of all H such that H belongs to capital H equal to capital H. And E star H is nothing but H. So every element EH H no HE also H. Identity H multiply பண்ணாங்களோ இதே தான் answer. Because previous one we can say HA ன்னு எடுத்துக்கோம். அந்த HA ல A யோட வேல்யூ ஐடென்டிட்டியா இருந்தா simply can write H. So H itself is a left coset as well as right coset. Okay. In general, HA not equal to AH. HA not equal to AH. Left coset not equal to right coset. But if G is an abelian, then HA equal to AH. If G is an abelian group, it is possible. So if the binary operation of G is denoted by plus, if the binary operation of G is denoted by plus, then the left coset will be written as A plus H is equal to set of all A plus H such that H belongs to capital H. Okay. Based on the theorem, let H comma star be a subgroup of G comma star. Then the set of all left cosets of H in G form a partition of G. That is, every element of G belongs to only one left coset of H in G. That is the very most important theorem for using Lagrange's theorem. We can use this one. The most important theorem for using Lagrange's theorem. That is the last theorem. Then after we move on to Lagrange's theorem for tomorrow. So let H comma star be a subgroup of G comma star. Then the set of all left cosets of G, set of all left cosets of H in G form a partition of G, that every element of G belongs to only one left coset of H in G. Similarly, for right coset, so let AH and BH be any two left cosets. AH and BH be any two left cosets. To prove AH equal to BH and so finally both are same. Or AH intersection BH equal to empty. Formula product அப்படிங்கிறது emptyன்னு சொல்லலாம். Multiplication intersection empty. Suppose AH intersection contradiction proof பண்ணப்போ suppose AH intersection BH not equal to empty set ன்னு எடுத்துக்கலாம். அப்போ கன்ஃபார்ம்ல ஒரு எலிமெண்டா something is there in common for both A and B. X belongs to AH intersection BH. So A star H1 equal to A star H2. So because every element in the AH left cosets element left side A nago, right cosets element right side A nago. So AH A adu H1 A nago. Okay. The element upon X belongs to AH intersection BH number. X belongs to AH and X belongs to BH. X is equal to A star H1 and B equal to B star H2 for some H1 comma H2 belongs to capital H. So A star H1 equal to B star H2, take it as equation number 2. So let A star H1 star equal to B star H2 star H2 inverse equal to. Then we can bring the identity element. So which implies A equal to B star H2 star H inverse. A equal to B star H2 star H inverse. B star H2 star H1 inverse. Okay. If X is any element in AH, then X can be expressed as A star H. Small h H belongs to capital H. So X is equal to B star H2 star H1. And H2 star H1 is the identity. Star H. B star H2 star H inverse star H, the next line. And the star H I can bring inside it. And X belongs to B. Since H2 star H1 inverse belongs to H belongs to capital H. Okay. Therefore, AH is a subset of BH. Therefore, AH is a subset of BH Similarly, we can prove that BH is a subset of AH. The same way of procedures, if I can take it as the same way of procedures, if we can take it as the same way of procedures, we can take it as instead of AH, I can write BH. The right cosets also we can easily prove. There is a left coset and right cosets, most important one. Therefore, from 2 and 3, AH equal to. Thus, any two left cosets are either equal or identical. Any two left cosets are either equal or identical. So, further, union of AH is a subset of G. Union of AH, A belongs to G is a subset of G. Since union of subsets is a subset, union of subset is a subset. Already we can study it. Either one should be contained others. So if X is any element in G, then X equal to X star E, X belongs to H. So therefore X is a left cosets and hence X belongs to union AH. Hence X belongs to G equal to X belongs to union of AH. Therefore G is a subset of union of AH. G equal to union of AH. X is any element in G எடுத்தீங்கன்னா it can be expressed as X star E X belongs to XH. X is in left cosets and hence X is a union of AH. ஏதோ left cosetsல இருக்கும். So it belongs to AH. But G is a subset of union of, I mean all the element you can choose. G is a subset of or equal union of H. Therefore G equal to UH, A belongs to H. So good power, then we can powerful the term for here. Okay. So this is the things is to be there. So up to this you can go through now. Students, if you have anybody got a doubt, you can clarify. Let's stop the recording.